networking. How did you become a networker? When did you start going to networking events?
I started better understanding them, which helped me be better at sales and business development.
So it just makes it natural for you to be a connector and bring these people together.
So I kind of tripped into becoming a super connector.
Hey, this is Mike from Introstars, and today I'm very excited to bring you a very special episode of the Super Connectors podcast in New York. And for this episode, I've got the most incredible guest in the whole world, my own brother, Greg. Now, I've known Greg my whole life as a super extrovert, really sociable. He loves to talk to people, so I would call him a super connector, even if that's not the way he would define himself. So Greg, great to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me. Great to meet you here in tropical New York, surrounded by this exotic vegetation.
Yeah, so I'm based in London, Greg is based near DC, and we meet in New York. So it's a perfect setup for us to talk about connecting people.
Perfect.
Yeah, so since I'm a kid, I was really an introvert. I was shy. I never imagined one day I would become a super connector, go out there networking and meet people. But I always looked up at my brother Greg as an extrovert, as a super connector, as an outgoing person. So how did your life, turn around networking? How did you become a networker? When did you start going to networking events? When did you start connecting people?
So it really started kind of organically. I've always been very interested in others and what makes them tick. So that's part of why I learned so many different languages, to go meet people who are from a completely different background, different interests, and really understand them. What motivates them? What do they want? What do they need? What do they care about? And that just carried me through every aspect of my career. I've been in sales and business development for 25 years, and I started meeting many, many people, creating these genuine connections based on real empathy and interest in who they are, what they do, what they want. And one thing led to another. I started better understanding them, which helped me be better at sales and business development, but also starting connecting the dots between understanding these people want that, these people want that, they could help each other, and naturally making these connections. And so I kind of tripped into becoming a super connector. It wasn't part of any kind of scheme or plan. It just happened organically.
And so nowadays, in your day-to-day, everyday job, you work on lots of different things.
Yep.
What are typical people you bring together? What are typical introductions you do on a weekly basis?
I meet customers and prospects for the different businesses that I help. I advise different businesses. We'll get into that in a bit. And so that's obviously a natural type of connection. But also, I meet different people who are just running their businesses and are struggling with all kinds of different challenges. And I have other friends or connections who are running businesses that are specifically designed to solve for those kinds of problems. And so I make those natural connections. And, I've heard some of your guests talk about how sometimes there's no separation between the personal and the professional.
Yep.
And it's really through my personal network and my professional network that have kind of blended into one. Identify all these people that can help each other out and help them help each other out.
Yeah, I mean, every time I'm with you, we can travel anywhere around the world. You always talk to everyone, like whether it's an Uber driver, a waiter at a restaurant, you're always going to learn about their life, where they're from, try to speak their language. So I'm always impressed by that. You're always trying to build human connection everywhere you go, and it's a natural talent you have. And so it just makes it natural for you to be a connector and bring these people together. And I just love that. So I look up to that. And so hopefully, I'm trying to get those skills as well and become a better human, build my social skills, because it didn't come to me as naturally as it does for you. Now, the question, of course, is how do you monetize that? Because it's great to help people. It's great to connect the dots. It's great to listen to personal life stories and feel great about yourself by helping people, but you need to monetize somehow and somewhere. And so how do you balance that monetization with human relationships and trust and long-term relationships?
So I kind of feel like I'm building up my karmic bank account. I'm paying it forward and getting all of this positive karma. And the universe gives it back to me monetarily and in other ways. One way in which I get it, most of my jobs have come through this kind of paying it forward. People have come to me, people that I know directly or people that I don't even know directly, but that have come to me through this networking effort, which is not really an effort, and offered me jobs and different business opportunities. And so that's one way that I've monetized it indirectly. Another way is that it's really helped build my brand. And that has helped me be better at everything else that I do. Even though sometimes I'm just trying to connect with customers or investors, and so that's a more direct monetization of this. Most of the time, put this out in the universe and it comes back to me with interest. So it's been very rewarding on every level.
Yeah, I think personal brand is such an important part of it, right? And again, personal brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room, right? How they remember you. And again, I always think of you as a super connector just because you're so sociable, so talkative, you speak so many languages. And so that's the way I think about your personal brand. And how people think of me as a super connector as well, because I just love to put myself out there and help people. Now, the other question is, how do you track all of that? So you got so many connections, you make so many introductions, you receive so many introductions. Do you have some kind of tracking mechanism, or how would a tracking system like introstars help you or other people out there who are starting to make lots of connections?
So I would say that I've got a diverse record on actually tracking this. There have been times where I've been tracking this very, very well. If these are connections that are directly related to my job, but customers, prospects, partners, I usually track that through a CRM, whatever I'm using, for that job. I've been using LinkedIn a lot. I'm a semi-super user of LinkedIn, but some of it I've just not been tracking as well as I could. And introstars is a phenomenal platform to track things like this. So I'm waiting for it to launch in DC.
Very soon.
Yes, I don't have a single system to track all of that. But while I was on vacation in Greece this summer, I made a resolution to re-engage and reconnect with all of my network. I have about 28,000 connections on LinkedIn right now. You got to start somewhere. A lot of them are people that I've liked working with, liked interacting with, and just have not connected with for too long. And any network, if you don't nurture it, it will kind of shrivel and die. And so I've taken the resolution to reconnect with a lot of people, and I've started doing that actively since the beginning of the summer, and it's been incredible. I've talked to people who I've not spoken with in a long time, reconnected on a human level and on a professional level, and a lot of great professional things have already come out of that too. So networking is as important as ever, and even though I'm a poster child for it, I'm kind of rediscovering how powerful it can be by going back into my own network. It's incredible.
So what about the advice you'd have for the next generation, for Gen Z? You've got 2 daughters who are growing up now, early in their 20s, who are becoming super connectors themselves in their social circles among friends.
Yes.
Potentially could become super connectors in the business world as well.
Will become.
What advice do you have for them or for other young people wanting to go out there and start to connect people and build their network?
I'd say there's a few things. Number one, put yourself out there, be authentic, be yourself. You'd be surprised that, you're a lot more likable than you may think you are. Don't waste people's time, and be open to listening to advice or wisdom from anyone.
Especially their dad.
Really, no, seriously, from anyone. I've had people that most people would look down on share things with me that turned out to be incredibly wise and insightful. And so just keep your eyes and ears open. Wisdom comes in many forms from every place. Yeah, put yourself out there. It's a wonderful world full of great people who all have questions, and you may have some answers, or you may know the people who do have the answers. And it's just phenomenal to connect with everybody. It makes life much more rewarding. So go out there and just do it.
And have fun. I mean, it's all about fun as well. You have to enjoy what you're doing, because then it comes from the heart.
Absolutely.
Right? So that's
It has to be genuine. You have to have fun doing it.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. And both of us like to have fun. So we're both party animals. And I think that already comes out when you go to networking events and we both work the room together. That kind of family energy comes out, as we love people. We love to talk. We love to bring that fun energy to the table. And
For sure.
both your daughters as well. So we're going to bring it, keep it in the family to bring that positive energy.
Certainly.
So tell us what you're working on now. What are your latest projects you're working on? What do you enjoy doing in your day-to-day job now? And how is that bringing people together? Tell us more.
Yep. So I like to advise startups. I'm actually an advisor for introstars. I advise a couple of others. I'm helping out a really fantastic nearshoring company called Bears Dev.
Okay.
They do offshoring to Latin America, and they're just like a top-notch outfit. They really operate at the next level. They have the best candidates with a lot of experience, usually 10 years experience, and all of the critical skills to help accelerate development or delivery of different IT projects. So it's been phenomenal working with them.
So it's like software developers.
Correct.
Yeah, got it.
But what I'm really spending most of my time and energy on is a brand new kind of blockchain that I'm lucky to be a part of launching. It's a company called Cintara,
Okay.
Cintara.io.
Okay, I'll check it out.
It's the world's first agentic AI native blockchain.
Okay.
I know that's a lot of buzzwords,
Yeah.
but it's really going to revolutionize the world, because not only is it better at just being a blockchain, because a lot of things that normally have to be processed off the chain can be processed on the chain, which gives you efficiency and performance gains.
Yep.
But the real superpower of Cintara is that because it is natively agentic AI, it can basically add blockchain to all of these AI agents running throughout the enterprise, running all of these different functions for large and medium-sized companies that need to be secured by blockchain or audited by blockchain, but nobody's doing it because, quite frankly, it's too hard and it's too much of a pain in the ass because there is no easy way to do it, or at least there wasn't until Centera showed up. And that entire market has been ignored by the whole blockchain industry, and we're the first ones, and so far the only ones, to develop a way to address it strategically and easily and really help blockchain become everything that has the potential to be.
But what about you personally? What is going to be your role in that? And where does your passion come into that to bring people together?
Well, I'm the chief commercial officer for Centera. And so my passion is bringing people together and bringing investors, bring them a unique opportunity to invest in Centera right before we launch our token, which is going to be an incredible event. Also, really bringing blockchain to all of these enterprise customers who need securization of their AI agents, but right now don't have an easy way to do that. And I can't think of a better way to help the world and help these two phenomenal technologies combine and really deliver on their joint promise in a way that nobody else has done before.
Where can people follow you? Are they going to meet you at loads of networking events in DC or New York or anywhere else? Are you going to travel the world? Where can people run into you?
So they can find me on LinkedIn, and I'm going to be at Token 2049 in Singapore at the end of the month. But yes, I'll be at a networking event near you and trying to support introstars and all of the events that introstars participates in as well.
Amazing. Well, I can't wait to change the world with you. You're going to change the world of blockchain and agentic AI agents, and we're together going to change the world of connections and business introductions with introstars.
Sounds great.
Well, thank you so much, Greg. Cheers.
Thank you.